Mama June, Pumpkin hooked up with new boyfriend at his grandma's funeral? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Mama June star Pumpkin has officially announced that she has a new man in her life. She no longer lives with Josh Eford and has even moved on in her life. The celeb has been attending concerts and is living the best life. However, viewers were curious to know more about Lauren's new storyline and wondered what it was all about. Amid all this, fans were in shock when they learned about some gross details related to Lauren's new romance. They were able to believe their eyes when a source claimed that Pumpkin hooked up with her new boyfriend at his grandma's funeral. Is this true? What is this controversy all about? Mama June. Did Lauren really hook up with Darren at his grandma's funeral? Mama June star Pumpkin has happily moved on with Darren Kitchen. She has been sharing pictures with him, and viewers learned that the latter is Josh's cousin. This didn't sit well with them, and they assured Lauren of cheating on her husband. They wondered why she would jeopardize her full-fledged marriage with 3 kids for the sake of her beau's cousin. But that's not all. A viewer recently confirmed some shocking truths on Mama June's Facebook fan page. The fan claimed that Darren and Pumpkin actually hooked up after Kitchen and Eford's grandmother passed away. Apparently, they have been family friends in the past few years. However, these two met again and hooked up behind Josh's back. All of this allegedly took place before Pumpkin and Josh officially filed for a divorce. Hence, when the latter found out about his wife's infidelity, he didn't waste time and moved out. The source further promised more tea about the former couple's divorce, as there is a lot more to the story. Till then, viewers aren't letting Lauren go away with this, and she is receiving a lot of backlash. Mama June. Pumpkin says people are falsely accusing her. Denies cheating scandal. Mama June fans have been calling out Pumpkin for her infidelity. They believe that it was really embarrassing for her to cheat on her husband, who has been with her during all of her thicks and thins. Moreover, Darren's ex-wife has also confirmed that he has cheated on her several times with multiple women. This further is an eyebrow raiser, and viewers are wondering if Lauren is in her right mind. However, it appears that Pumpkin is in no mood to receive backlash at all. She recently claimed that her personal business was leaked on the internet, and people were accusing her of several things. The celeb explained that she was surrounded by several rumors, claims, and false accusations. Lauren further made it clear that she wasn't going to give any kind of explanation or wasn't confirming anything. She asked her audience to respect her privacy, as she wanted to deal with the entire matter privately. Moreover, Pumpkin claimed that the divorce was mutual and that she was on good terms with Josh. She believes that they will always have a special bond as they share 4 kids together. However, viewers aren't convinced by her claims, as they believe that there is a lot more to the story. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for more updates. In the chaotic, headline-grabbing world of Mama June and her family, nothing stays quiet for long. And the latest rumor swirling around Lauren Pumpkin Eford has fans clutching their pearls and shaking their heads in disbelief. The shocking question on everyone's lips? Did Pumpkin really kick off a hot new romance at the worst possible time? Her now boyfriend's grandmother's funeral? It sounds too wild to be true, even for the famously unpredictable Shannon clan. But insiders close to the situation insist that where there's smoke, there's fire. And in this case, a full-on 5-alarm drama is blazing behind the scenes. Mourning turns to mayhem. The alleged funeral hookup took place in a small Georgia town, where Pumpkin was reportedly supporting a close friend who had just lost his grandmother. The funeral was meant to be a somber, family-oriented event, but things apparently took a sudden and scandalous turn when emotions ran high and boundaries blurred. Several attendees have come forward, anonymously of course, with whispers that what started as a quiet embrace for comfort became something far more intimate once the two slipped away from the crowd. Eyes widened when the pair returned to the gathering looking noticeably flushed, with hair tousled and lips suspiciously glossy. Eyebrows were raised, judgments were quietly passed, and the gossip mill began churning almost immediately. For Pumpkin, who's always worn her heart and her chaos on her sleeve, the controversy couldn't have come at a worse time. She's been desperately trying to steer her life into more mature territory. As the primary caregiver to her younger siblings and the mother of 4 young children, she's worked hard to shed the perception that she's just another reality TV wild child. But this latest rumor threatens to drag her right back into the mud. Who is the mystery man? The alleged funeral flame has since been identified as a local mechanic named Trevor, a tall, tattooed heartbreaker with a complicated past and a brooding Instagram presence. Friends of Trevor say he had just come out of a long-term relationship and was emotionally raw when he invited Pumpkin to the funeral. While some saw her presence as a kind gesture of support, others saw the red flags flying from the moment she arrived in a curve-hugging black dress and platform heels better suited for a night at the club than a graveside service. Rumor has it the chemistry between Pumpkin and Trevor had been building for weeks, igniting over shared traumas, late-night DMs, and mutual gripes about toxic exes. Still, no one expected their relationship to go public at a funeral, or that it would escalate so quickly afterward. Following the alleged hookup, the pair were reportedly inseparable for several days, with Pumpkin even skipping scheduled filming obligations for the family's reality show. Producers were said to be furious, scrambling to rewrite scenes and rework schedules while Pumpkin holed up at Trevor's modest apartment on the outskirts of town. Mama June's explosive reaction. Of course, no Pumpkin scandal would be complete without a reaction from her mother, Mama June herself. According to sources, June hit the roof when she heard the rumors, not because of the bad timing or the public embarrassment, but because she had her own history with Trevor's older cousin. Yes, in a soap operatic twist that only the Shannon family could deliver, Mama June allegedly had a brief, steamy fling with someone from Trevor's family tree years ago, someone who was also in attendance at the funeral. The family drama quickly went from awkward to explosive, with long-buried tensions erupting during a post-service meal where June reportedly confronted Pumpkin about repeating her mistakes. Pumpkin, for her part, is said to be furious with June for interfering, especially as she's trying to distance herself from her mother's legacy of erratic behavior. She believes that the romance with Trevor is genuine, and insiders claim she's determined to see where it leads, no matter how messy things get. Backlash from fans and family. Online, fans are divided. Some see Pumpkin's alleged behavior as a gross breach of decorum, an insult to the grieving family, and an embarrassing reminder of the family's chaotic reputation. Others, however, sympathize with her, pointing out that grief often creates unexpected bonds, and that Pumpkin deserves happiness after the emotional roller coaster of raising her siblings while navigating her own rocky marriage. Still, not everyone is offering grace. Several of Trevor's family members have reportedly cut him off over the scandal, particularly older relatives who viewed the funeral as sacred and were horrified to see it turned into tabloid fodder. A cousin of the deceased even went on social media to accuse Pumpkin of using the funeral as a PR stunt, claiming she showed up looking for attention, not to mourn. Meanwhile, Pumpkin's estranged husband Josh is allegedly not taking the rumors lightly. Though the two have been on the rocks for months, sources say Josh was blindsided by the timing and the public nature of her new romance. Friends claim he's livid over the fact that she brought their kids around Trevor so soon and has already begun speaking to an attorney about revisiting custody agreements. The kids caught in the middle. Amid all the drama, the biggest concern remains the children. Pumpkin has always insisted that her top priority is her 4 little ones, including baby Bentley and her teenage sister Alana Honey Boo Boo, whom she took custody of years ago. But critics argue that the instability around her personal life is starting to affect the kids. With cameras constantly rolling, feuding relatives, and a new boyfriend in the mix, there's worry that they're growing up in an environment of constant upheaval. A friend of the family claims that Child Protective Services even conducted a wellness check after a tip came in about inappropriate visitors and late-night partying, though no formal actions were taken. Still, the whispers continue, and the pressure on Pumpkin is mounting. Pumpkin fights back. In the midst of the chaos, Pumpkin has reportedly doubled down on trying to control the narrative. Her team has begun pitching a new storyline for the next season of Mama June. Family crisis that would frame the funeral hookup as a misunderstood moment of healing, a way for 2 broken people to find connection in grief. Whether viewers buy it remains to be seen, but Pumpkin is banking on her reputation for resilience.